All right, apparently I'm not the first person to have trouble installing it. And I found from the Parallels forum a guy named Lucas V2 created a repo or link to it. So this apparently has some install scripts that may work for installing SQL Server. So let's go ahead and check it out, because why not? So open up our terminal, git clone, grab this URL. Anyway, this is patched installer scripts for Windows on ARM for SQL Server Express and Developer Editions. So if we go to here, let's see. So unofficial installers on Windows ARM for SQL Server. Download the installers in releases. Find the scripts in source scripts. Choose the version of SQL. Download the bat file. Place it in some folder where you have write permissions. Features not working on ARM64. File stream requires a system driver, which is not available on ARM. Azure attestation. I think that's logging in to Azure. 64-bit SQL Configuration Manager mmc.exe is only available as ARM 64 non-EC. I don't know what that means. Authentication. SQL Server is configured after authentication with built-in administrator user group and using the Windows authentication. So I was reading this in the forum. Make sure you run it elevated, run as administrators. So let's actually let's go to PowerShell as admin. Just to make sure, and we'll hop into that directory. All right, so let's take a look at scripts. Source. So let's look at installers. So we've got this doesn't mean anything. Oh, these are directories. Let's hop on over to our other window so we can look at it. So if we go to SQL 2022 dev ARM, so this has this bundle. This is the installer file, some fixed batch files, Wix project. I think that has to do with the installer too. So let's go ahead and take a look at all of this stuff. Nobody asked you. Source, installers, SQL. Let's look at fix 0. Okay, so SC delete. That's highly suspicious. Create. This. Reg import reg. So we've got so definitely not something you want to run on a production system if you don't know what's going on. Okay, so it's deleting some registry keys, I think, creating a new one. And this is what's going on in here. So I think we're just going to Probably end up trusting it, and worst case, it takes over the world. So let's look at this. So run admin shell. Is that echo on? Set the system folder. Set batch path. I don't know what that means. Probably hacked my system. VBS get privilege temp. Check privileges. Elevate privileges, I think, is what it's doing. I think this is probably just running fix 1, fix 2, and fix 3. Well, kudos, Lucas, for doing this. If you've hacked my parallel system, well, good on you. Okay, so let's take a look at this README again. What do we do? Scripts. You can find the scripts, choose the version, run it as admin, or we want to hop on over to our thing here. So source, cd scripts, and we just want to SQL 22 developer map. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll become a Bitcoin miner and not even know it whenever I have parallels running. Well, it's posted in a Parallels forum, so maybe it has enough ability to reach out into my Mac host and steal my bank account passwords. Think it's doing anything? All right, so a lot of people are saying thanks, it worked. But how do you set up username and password? It turns out the problem is not in SQL Server, but in their installation. The script fixes the installation so the service can be started. Been able to successfully use this for SQL Express for development. Only drawback is the not local DB features not working on the ARM version of Visual Studio. It's trying to load the x64 DLLs from the SQL installer, which won't work. Otherwise, ASP.NET apps can connect to the SQL Server instance. I have a MacBook Pro. I've been trying a lot of methods. It's working. Finally, after so many attempts, there's a lot of happy people. After executing the bat, image is downloaded correctly, but when installing it, the error appears. Start process. Command not be executed. Help me, please. All right, let's see what's going on. So it's running the installer now. So I think it edited some registry keys and then kicks off the installer. And we'll see how it works. So I think I guessed while it was failing that it might be an issue with ARM. And that appears to be the case. But I don't know if this will work. Let's go back and let's look at Jimmy's Lucas is Jimmy. Yep, Lucas Wolf is Jimmy 98Y. Looks like Lucas Jimmy is a bit of a hero to a lot of people. C# RSP to WebRTC. Sharp MP4. H.265. I think that's the Mac HEIC and HEIF formats, or not Mac, Apple, iPhone. C# implementation on VIF. I don't know what that is. Before, so this guy knows a lot about C# and knows a lot about video, WebRTC, MP4. Please wait while SQL Server setup processes the current operation. Okay, so it's going through the install. Elite prospects. A hockey player from Czech. Senior project manager. There we go. Senior copy UX. Common name in Czechoslovakia. Sorry, Czechia. I'm old. Server administrator, front-end developer, technical support for NetSuite, quality specialist at Medicover. Let me see, did he have? No. Not the hockey player, I would guess. Not the project manager, I would guess. Probably not the front-end developer. Although if he is, good job. Server administrator. CEO at Design Pack. Copy and marketing. Okay, so we don't know who he is on LinkedIn. But here's his GitHub. All right. We will get back to our install. And so it may be done. Let's scroll down, see if we see SQL Server. Okay, so we have SQL Server, SQL Developer. Try starting it. Could not start. Okay. Maybe no luck. Okay, so we've got some instances. we've got the browser and the SQL Server developer stopped. Try starting. We'll give it a restart and see if this works. It's taking a long time to say it can't start. Yep, okay. Yeah, that's not going to work because we know it's not running. We'll give it one restart and then say, thanks anyway, Lucas. It worked for some people. Maybe it was the 2019 Express version. Alrighty. Probably need to give this time to think. Okay, so let's try services. So it's not running. All right. SQL Server Configuration Manager. So I think in this case, the script maybe expects a user called SQL developer or something like that. Some sort of permissions that my system doesn't have. And if I knew how to customize his script, then I might be able to fix it. All right. That didn't work.